Want to hear something amazing? Discover matches all the cash back you earn on your credit card at the end of your first year, automatically, dollar for dollar, with no limit on how much you can earn. Extra cash? Come on, how amazing is that? In fact, it's even more amazing when you realize all the places where Discover is accepted. 99% of places in the U.S. that take credit cards. So when it comes to Discover, get used to hearing yes more often. Learn more at discover.com/yes. 2020 Nielsen Report. Limitations apply. Want to hear something amazing? Discover matches all the cash back you earn on your credit card at the end of your first year, automatically, dollar for dollar, with no limit on how much you can earn. Extra cash? Come on, how amazing is that? In fact, it's even more amazing when you realize all the places where Discover is accepted. 99% of places in the U.S. that take credit cards. So when it comes to Discover, get used to hearing yes more often. Learn more at discover.com/yes. 2020 Nielsen Report. Limitations apply.
What is success? A lot of people say they're successful. I'm successful. I'm rich. I'm making money. I got a big house. Got a nice luxury car. Us men say, man, I got a beautiful wife, beautiful girlfriend. Women say, I got a rich husband, handsome husband, beautiful children. What is success? I remember couple years ago, probably about 10 years ago, I'm pretty sure some of you have heard of the insurance company called Primerica. That was a big thing years ago, Primerica, man. And I remember these two gentlemen came to my house trying to sell me that bullshit. And one of the guys we were talking about success, and he spoke of a gentleman on his job that he worked with that made $10 an hour. And he was saying how the guy thought that he made good money and he was successful. And his colleague told him, well, to him, that may be success. And I agree with him. I thought that in my mind. I'm like, man, how can you speak negatively on that man because he makes 10, 15 bucks an hour? And I think he was a manager on the job, but he sold Primerica on the side. And, it just kind of troubled me when he said that, man. Some people think, that money is success. And now I believe money it can be a result of success. But I don't believe money, people that are financially, financially successful or have a lot of financial resources are necessarily successful, because they may not feel that they're successful yet. Like me personally, I don't feel that I'm successful yet. I really don't. And I say that because I feel that the moment that I say that I'm successful, I'll get comfortable. And I don't want to get comfortable. I want to always be striving for more. That keeps me humble, really. It keeps me humble. You know, you have people who are rich who say they got to get more, they got to do more, they got to be more of a bigger philanthropist. Like, that's something I want to get into one day. Philanthropy. Giving back. I love giving to people, man. That's something I love to do. It just makes me feel good. It makes me feel good to know that I helped somebody else. Especially when I help them financially. Or if I help them by giving them advice. I like doing that kind of stuff. I enjoy that. It makes me feel good. I feel like by doing that, I'm growing internally, you know. Now, does that mean I just give people money for the hell of it? No. But when I see people trying to do things in life and accomplish things in life, and I'm able to give them a little leg up, it makes me feel good that I can do that. Because people help me. I learned sometimes when you help others, you actually help yourself, believe it or not. I find that to be very, very true. I find that when you take your mind off of your problems, when you step away from your comfort zone and help make someone else comfortable, you help yourself. You know? But success is determined by what you deem as successful. Success is not really defined by what others think of you, believe it or not. I think people like Bill Gates that say when they pass away, when they die, that they're gonna give half of their wealth to certain causes. I think that to him is what makes him successful. Not the billions that he's made, not the fact that everybody's computer has Microsoft on it. Nah. I think the fact that he knows that when he dies, his money is going to change people's lives. I think that makes him feel good, and that is gratifying to him. And now I see why people do things like that. I do. To me, leaving a legacy for your children and your children's children and your children's children's children is success. So some people, that may not be success. Some people, that may be handicapping. I don't think it is. I think everybody needs a leg up. That's why some people, they get self-gratification out of donating. I remember me, I used to volunteer a lot. And do you know that made me feel good? I enjoyed it because it did something to me. It took my mind off of my problems and my issues. It let me know that other people have bigger issues. Like this pandemic. There were people struggling before the pandemic. There were people unemployed before the pandemic. There were people whose businesses suffered before the pandemic. The pandemic just heightened it. So I think about that kind of stuff all the time, man. What is success? I watched a video of a young lady. She has a OnlyFans account, and she made a lot of money. And she was able to give her boyfriend $20,000. I believe it was for his birthday, but that made her feel good. Now, of course, some people had a different opinion on it, but I always look at the bigger picture of things. The older I get, the more I learn. Look at the big picture. Don't look at what's in front of you sometimes. Sometimes you gotta look at the bigger picture. That made her feel good that she was able to do that for her man. I saw a video years ago where a lady, she was able to buy her husband a brand new car for Christmas. That made her feel good. You got some people that believe they get married and have a family. Damn if they ever get rich, or damn if they ever are wealthy. That makes them successful. And I don't knock people like that. I don't think, like I said, I don't think that because a person is rich that they're successful. Some people, they write a book, they're happy. And there's nothing wrong with that. I've thought about writing a book, but I just have to sit down and just have the energy to do it, because I'm telling you, when you take on endeavors like that, man, that's serious business. And then when you start selling that book and the book is published and you're getting book deals, man, your thoughts are going out into the atmosphere. People are reading your thoughts that have been on paper. People are taking a look inside you, inside your life, It's like, almost like when people are public speakers, motivational speakers. they're giving you a little bit of them, believe it or not. You get to see another side of them. That's why most times when people write books, especially if they're divulging things that people don't know about, that's why they charge for that. Their whole thing is, hey, if you're going to know my business, you're going to have to pay for it. And I understand that. But that's what I mean. These are just small examples of success. Some people feel like if they retire from a job, that's success. And there's nothing wrong with that. I have no problem with that. I would love to retire from a job someday. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Like, I like to see people when they retire from like the military, or they retire from a job, or if they're a corporate executive, he retires from as being a CEO. That's an accomplishment, man. You contributed to something. You gave your time to something, and at the end of the rainbow, you got the prize. Or I like to see when people start businesses and they get the business successful and then they sell it for a high amount of dollars. I like that. And someone saw, your company was worth 20, 30 million, and someone said, hey, I'll buy your company for half $500 million. I like that kind of stuff. Like I used to like watching the show Shark Tank. Now, of course, I know some of that is Hollywood, but for the most part, people are pitching their business idea, and with the stroke of a pen, their whole life has changed. Just going on the show can turn your whole business around. I'm telling you, man. That's why I say success is really what you deem as successful. Never let anyone tell you what success is. You define that. You define what is your success. If you're like me, I don't really have a particular mark that says, hey, when I've reached this pinnacle in life, I'm now successful. That's not me. That's never been me. I never want to lose the drive to continue to be better. I think when you stop growing, you die. I know a pastor, he used to always say, you don't want to leave this earth without your song being heard. Now that I'm older, I understand what he means by that. I was watching a young man who does R&B singing, and he raps, and to me, this is just me, I have no desire to be an entertainer. But to him, he's successful because he gets a lot of exposure on the internet. He's on BET. You know, he's a young guy, and I think that makes him feel, and there's nothing wrong with that. Don't shame people for what they feel is successful. Some people feel like they buy a house that they're successful. To me, a house is a necessity. That's just me, though. People say buying a home is an investment. I don't believe that. I believe that home only becomes an investment or a return on your investment when you can make money off of that home or make money in that home. That's just my opinion on that. So really, success is what you see as successful. It's not what others see, it's what you see, it's what you deem as successful. Because I don't have the right to tell you what's successful. I have no right to tell you what you should be doing in life. I don't have that right to do that. Like I said, man, I think, to me, I think when, for instance, when Dr. Dre sold Beats by Dre to Apple, I don't even think he was satisfied with that. I think it was an accomplishment. I think others were more happy for him than he was happy for himself. And I know they say you should celebrate your wins, and I get that. There's nothing wrong with that. But I think that Dr. Dre was like, okay, I was able to create a product and sell it for $1 billion. To me, that's a monumental milestone, man. That's something, man. Like I said, that's to me, though. To Dr. Dre, that may have meant nothing at all. That may have meant nothing. He probably he probably celebrated for a couple of days and he was done with it. Almost like getting a new job. You know how it is when you get a new job, man. You're happy, you know. You're telling everybody about your new job. You put it up on your LinkedIn. But then after that 6 months, you're kind of like, okay, what's next? I remember when I got my first civilian job after the Army, man. I was so proud, man. I got me a job. I remember when I started my business after the military, I was so proud, man. I was a business owner. So I understand. I get it, man. Trust me. But as a man, I also understand that I still have more to do. Like I recently got selected to sit on a advisory board for a community college. I always wanted to be on the board. I wanted to sit on the board. I wanted to be like my goal is to sit on a number of boards. The young lady put it out on LinkedIn, and a lot of people, we actually not a lot, but people were like, hey, I want to do it. And I was glad that I got selected to do it, man. I was happy. I felt good, man. I felt good. And then we had our first meeting a couple weeks, I think it was about a week ago. And I got to give some good input. And one of my fellow board members, she liked what I said, She liked that. And this lady's younger than I am, but she sits on a couple of boards herself. So that's something I plan on doing, man. Sitting on some boards, you know. I like that kind of stuff, man. I like being able to implement change off of my expertise, you know. You see what I'm saying when I say success? That's what I'm saying. That's what I mean when I say success is what you deem as successful. That's why I say don't let people tell you what successful is. Don't let people push you into something that you really don't want to do. You got to control your life. Because if you don't, others will. We were supposed to meet at the actual college in Dallas. And because of the COVID-19, we weren't able to, but we ended up doing it virtually. I got to, virtually meet people. A lot of business people out here in Dallas, man. I'm telling you. So I hope to do that some more. I don't know when our next meeting's going to be, but the first one was a success to me. I liked it. It just felt good to just, engage with different minds and hear people's background. And, there were a lot of entrepreneurs who had a lot of great insight, man. So that's why I say, those are the kind of things that I like doing. Find something you like doing. Find something you enjoy doing. Like me, I enjoy cooking, but I have no desire to make a business out of it. I just don't have a desire to do that. Nor do I have the patience. I got a friend of mine, he wants to open a restaurant, man. This brother can really cook his ass off, man. And he needs a restaurant. I mean, this guy is good. This guy, he gave me some good tips on barbecuing and seafood and things like that, man. He and I, we could talk about food and entrepreneurship for hours, man. That's what we enjoy talking about, man. We enjoy that type of stuff, man. We enjoy talking about real estate. Like with real estate, my goal someday is to own commercial buildings and own apartment complexes. See, I don't really desire to own multiple houses or rent houses. I don't want to deal with that. I want to have apartment complexes. That's something I want to do one day. That's something I have a desire to do. Like I said, I enjoy, business and entrepreneurship and finances and things like that. Those are the kind of things I enjoy. And I know one day I'm going to have success in those things because it's something I enjoy doing. Like podcasting. It's something I enjoy doing. Find something you enjoy doing, man. Find something that gives you gratitude. Whatever that may be. Some people enjoy gambling, even though some people say gambling can be an addiction and things like that. I don't know. I'm not a gambler. But some people enjoy that. Some people enjoy going to strip clubs. They enjoy, making a lot of money, then going to the strip club, making it rain. I don't knock nobody for what they like, man. I just don't believe in that. I've grown to the point in my life to understand that everybody has their thing they enjoy doing. And that's what you got to do, man. People say find your passion and all that. I mean, that sounds good, but whatever makes you sleep at night. How have you got to word it? Whatever floats your boat. That's what I say. Find what gives you a reason to get out of bed every day. And don't let people shame you. Don't let people shame you. If you are ashamed of what you do, you shouldn't even be doing it no way. If whatever you're doing, you got to do it in the closet, whatever that is, you shouldn't be doing it, man. That's how I feel about it. I was watching the show 90 Day Fiancé, and one of the contestants, I don't want to say contestants, one of I guess you can say the contestants, she was I forgot what you call them, but she was in the beekeep. She was a beekeeper, yeah. And she found a man overseas in Turkey who did the same thing, and that's what drew them together. She enjoys that. There's no way the hell I'm gonna get around some damn bees. Nah, I'm cool on that. She and this guy found love because they both love bees. They love bees, man. This man was all the way in Turkey, and they met on Facebook, I believe. They can't even they can hardly understand each other's language. But the love of bees drew them together. I know, like I said, I know it sounds crazy to some people, but I understood it. It didn't bother me. They even showed a clip of them at her bee farm or whatever you call it, where she keeps her bees and she gets the honey and all that. And I'm like, wow, man, this is crazy. Like my son, he enjoys drawing. So I buy him a lot of art stuff. He's good at it. My other son, he loves dinosaurs. So what do? We buy him dinosaurs. Whatever you enjoy doing. Who knows? He may be a dinosaur creator one day. He may, I don't know. I don't really care, but the kid like dinosaurs, so we buy him dinosaurs. And he has a lot of them. He loves Jurassic Park. He can watch Jurassic Park all day long. That's what he loved doing. He loved playing with dinosaurs. He can tell you what the dinosaur is. All of them. That's what it's about, man. That's why I say you can learn a lot from children, man. You just sit back and watch children interact, man. You can learn a lot from them. Learn a whole lot from them. What do you really enjoy doing in life? What do you deem as successful? What do you deem as successful in your life? You got to ask yourself that question. Anyway, y'all have a good night.
Want to hear something amazing? Discover matches all the cash back you earn on your credit card at the end of your first year automatically, dollar for dollar, with no limit on how much you can earn. Extra cash? Come on, how amazing is that? In fact, it's even more amazing when you realize all the places where Discover is accepted. 99% of places in the U.S. that take credit cards. So when it comes to Discover, get used to hearing yes more often. Learn more at discover.com/yes. 2020 Nielsen Report. Limitations apply. Want to hear something amazing? Discover matches all the cash back you earn on your credit card at the end of your first year automatically, dollar for dollar, with no limit on how much you can earn. Extra cash? Come on, how amazing is that? In fact, it's even more amazing when you realize all the places where Discover is accepted. 99% of places in the U.S. that take credit cards. So when it comes to Discover, get used to hearing yes more often. Learn more at discover.com/yes. 2020 Nielsen Report. Limitations apply.